All right, here we go, guys. It's been a couple days since I made a video, and there's been a good reason for that. I've been really trying to collect my thoughts so I wouldn't come on and provide a video for you that was more of a rant than an inspiration. A couple days ago, my grandmother had fallen and fractured her femur, and she's 86 years old, and we've had about 6 months ago an opportunity to acknowledge that she is not doing what she's supposed to be doing with her health, and encouraged to take a little more responsibility in the choices that she's making. I understand she's 86 years old. Many people might say, well, she's old and those things happen to old people, but that's bullshit. The reason it's bullshit is age has nothing to do with your state of health. Your state of health has to do with the environment that you've been providing for your body to be able to thrive and continue to adapt to its environment. And so, therefore, grandmother fell, fractured her hip, and as many of you know, once that occurs, the health declines very rapidly. And so I thought, did I not do my part when she had been struggling with the last compression spinal fracture she had sustained about 6 months ago? And I thought, I have. I've been speaking my message to my family, to her specifically, for a very long time. But it's not my responsibility to make those choices for her. My responsibility is to share information, just as I'm supposed to do with all of you watching and all the patients I deal with on a daily basis. And then it's up to that individual to make their own decisions, because at that point, they're an informed consumer. And even this week, I have struggled a little bit with speaking and consulting with some people wanting to get some assistance on their health and nutrition. There's been a program that I launched a few weeks back called Shape Reclaimed. Shape Reclaimed is a nutritional protocol to help people recalibrate their hormones, detox their organ systems, and as a side effect of that, shed a lot of body fat and weight. That's the most attractive thing for most people, so therefore we get their attention when people are finding out they're able to lose weight, but simply because they're detoxifying. So it's not a weight loss program per se. But along the way, we're able to keep consistent with their chemistry by doing weekly touch bases, check-ins with them, checking their urine, making sure their body's not spilling out into the urine certain things that are showing signs of dysfunction. And so we monitor them, so it's a doctor-supervised program. So consulting with people of interest with this program, many of them have declined pursuing the program simply because they do not want to make different choices. They do not want to change their environment, but they do want different results. And to me, that's just straight ignorance. You cannot get results if you're not willing to make changes, because apparently the program you've been running doesn't work and hasn't worked, and it's showing. Same as my grandmother. She never drinks water. She never eats fruits and vegetables. Because of that, she's always dehydrated. Her body's very acidic. She's always having kidney infections. And years and years and years of trying to encourage her to invest in those things. And obviously now, the body's simply indicating to her, enough is enough. And the body will adapt till it can no longer adapt. And so now we're confronted with a surgery today of her hip. And now we really don't know how things are going to go moving forward, because of the fact that there's been so much damage sustained, the body's in a weakened state, and now it's more vulnerable because of this recent trauma. And so my mother and I were talking this evening, and she was upset and crying and having a hard time. And I said, really, Mom, this is a good opportunity for you to reevaluate your health choices that you've been making, because of the fact that you haven't been following your recommendations from your cancer doctor for the past 7 years. And I said, how does it feel to be in a position now that I've been in for the last 7 years? And I know it may come across a little harshly. That's why I'm holding back these last couple of days and making a video, but it's true. No one's coming to save you. That's bullshit. Just like this other stuff going on with COVID. You guys really have to think about your health and what you're doing every single day to invest in it. If you're not investing in your health, how do you expect your body to function to overcome the things that it comes in contact with? And I don't care what the name of it is. And I would rather know that I've done my part every single day to provide my body with the requirements and nutrients that it needs to sustain and adapt to its environment. And that's the true definition of health, not merely the exemption of symptoms. So you may want to reevaluate and take responsibility for the choices you're making. Does that mean that I won't be in contact with COVID and maybe contact COVID and become sick or have some symptoms? No, it does not. But I want to give my body the fullest opportunity to discover its potential to do what it's supposed to do. So come on, guys, you know you're making poor choices every single day, or you could make better choices based on the information you have, but you're choosing not to for some other reason. Do you not love yourself enough or those around you? I literally had a conversation a couple days ago with a concerned parent about their health. And she told me she was unable to give up alcohol for 21 days. 2 days later, the same thing. Spoke to another female going through premenopause. She bartends at a bar. Not willing to give up alcohol. Don't think I can do it. Wow. Really? Is that really the answer? Because if it is, that's really bad. Because then you have those kids around you that have to sacrifice. Then you have the family around you that has to sacrifice. And I'm not saying drinking alcohol is a bad thing all the time, okay? Because I occasionally indulge in alcohol myself. But I do know that I'm weakening my system when I do that. So I'm making an educated, informed decision, and then I have to think, guess what? Now you're gonna have to compromise something else to reestablish and recalibrate. And that's okay. I understand that. I'm not perfect, I'm a human being. But I'm saying I will not let that control myself and my thinking of my health, and realize that some sacrifices, compromises I have to make occasionally to make sure I'm fueling my body so it has the fullest potential to combat whatever I come in contact with. So today I'm begging you, please, please, please reconsider the choices that you're making. Because if you're waiting around for someone to come save the day or a vaccine to come around to save all the stuff that's going on, you're crazy. Be responsible. At least make some choices that are different than the ones you've been making before. You know right now there's a handful of at least 5 things that you know that you could be doing to improve your state of health. Simple things like drink more water. Take deep breaths. You guys, it's simple. Please, please, please. Do it for someone else if you can't do it for yourself. So I understand I'm coming back to you a little bit harshly today, but please understand my heart motive. I care about you, I care about our world, I care about all those around me. If we're all healthier, guess what? We enjoy life better. Don't you want a better life for you and your family? Reach out to me, let me help you if you're not strong enough to do it on your own or need some direction. I'm here for you.